Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I don't know what to do with my hands, to be honest, but here they are. Let's just get into today's video. I have a package here that just arrived. Let me move that other mouse out of the way because this is the main thing we want to focus on. If anybody can guess what's in here, I'll give you guys 50 cookies. Oh, that was so bad. Today's unboxing is going to be brought to you by the CRKT knife, the M1601K. Gotten into knives a lot recently. I'll probably show you guys more in other videos, but let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. Very satisfying. Nice little knife. Oh man, yeah, we need to sharpen this thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and take out. You guys can already see there. You guys could probably already tell what it is. This is the Razer Viper V4 Pro. So let's check it out. Let's go ahead and unbox it together and show you guys what's inside. I like using knives. If you guys do not have knives, there is little pull tabs that you guys can take and open up just like that. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. This is my first impression, first unboxing here. And there it is, guys, in all of its glory. I'll try to tell you guys the little differences in the video here. It's a quick little shot so you guys can admire it out of the box. That's going to get very bright because of my light, but let's see if I can cover up some of the light here. There it is, guys. There it is. So let's go ahead and take this out of the box. This is super light. It feels really nice. I believe this is the ULX. This is the Tarek edition, as you guys can see down there. I've always used pretty light mice, as well as the super light. This one feels a little bit heavier, not as light as this one. But I believe they dropped the weight on this mouse to about 49 grams, which is not a lot, and not a lot of difference between the V3 to the V4. But, you know, it's still a welcoming change, especially if you guys are new into getting a Razer Viper. I own the second version, which was like the V2. I didn't buy the V3, honestly. I went to the Super Light 2, and then I went to this one. But I think for 49 grams, I think this is very solid, honestly. So shape-wise, it feels very similar to the last one. I've held the V3 at like stores and stuff like that, but I never actually bought one. But it feels very similar in size. I don't think they touched anything on the shell, like on the outer. So if you're a fan of the 3, the V4 is going to be perfect for you. That's great that they didn't change any of that. They did just do like little, I would say, quality of life changes to the sensor itself, which goes up to like 50,000 DPI, which is honestly very overkill. But I mean, if you guys want to play that high of DPI, I mean, it's there. The next thing I noticed is the coating on this mouse. It feels super nice. I haven't put on any grips or anything, and it feels very like solid, very grippy, very nice on the hand. I do have grips on this mouse, as you can guys see there. They're a little bit dirty, but I do run very sweaty whenever I'm playing games. I do sweat a lot, and my hands get very clammy. So I've heard that this coating feels like really good for that. And if you are very sweaty like me, pro tip, do not get the black version, which is going to get a lot of fingerprints and you're going to be able to see all that, which is kind of why I went with the white. And also I needed a change because my Super Light 2 is already the black version. You have 8K polling wirelessly now. I don't recommend running anything above 2K, to be honest. Like, you're not going to be able to tell the difference unless you have like a super high-end PC, high-end monitor. But for like normal people like myself, I just run 2000. It should feel super responsive in terms like of all these little upgrades to the sensor and, you know, the buttons and all that, especially in FPS games, which is primarily what I play now. I've been grinding a lot of CS recently. Let me go ahead and give you guys a little click sound, like a little click test. So this is what it sounds like. This is the Logitech Super Light 2. This is the Razer. It feels very hollow, but very like tactile, very clicky. I'm not a big fan of the sound, honestly, but I mean, it feels quite nice, honestly, with the new, I believe there's optical switches in here now. They should last longer too, and they should be like more responsive, as well as with the scroll wheel. They do have a optical scroll wheel now. which should be more reliable over time, and it should be more accurate and less chance of a like a misinput whenever you're like bunny hopping or something in game. So I'm excited to test that out. Very nice. I love this scroll wheel. Just first impressions. I'm not very technical with specifications, but they did upgrade some of like the computer internals in here as well, where they do I believe is motion sync or frame sync or something like that. And basically that's just going to improve the signal that is sent from your mouse to your computer and the communication that they have in between them, increase performance and battery life, which is how they were able to increase battery life to, I believe it's like 160 hours if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if it says on the box. 180 hours of battery life, which I believe is at like the lowest polling rate, but even then should still be good. I believe at 8,000 you do still get like 60 hours. Now the other thing in the box that we're going to get into is the dongle. Hold on, gotta block the light to see it. It's like a dome dongle and it feels very heavy, very premium. It does have 3 lights on here that can show you, I believe, like your DPI, your battery, and then just I don't know, your polling rate. I'm not too sure, but I did see that these are customizable, so that's also something that's very interesting on there. Let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. You do get a color matched cable, which is very nice. That's the box itself. And you have 4 gamers by gamers. So another thing that I'm excited about is that they're going to move the Razer like settings and synapse and stuff like that to an online version, like a web-based. You know, I first saw that with the, what's that keyboard? Oh god, I'm blanking. I'm drawing a blank. The Wooting, there it is. And that's very nice. So you don't have to have, you know, bloatware in your computer like the Logitech G Hub, which I disable. And I just use the onboard memory on this. You do get some stickers. And you do get some grips, as you can see here. Fortunately, these are black. So if you get the black version, this probably will look nicer on the mouse. I don't think they will look that good on the white one. But again, instruction manual, going over like your features and all that if you want to get more in depth of it. Yeah, first impressions, it's basically the same Viper, just lighter, faster, and more refined. If you guys already have a V3, I would personally suggest not to upgrade. It's nothing to write home about and, you know, like invest another $170 with tax to just get a quote unquote better mouse that you're probably not even going to use the 8,000 polling rate or a DPI that high. If you are in the market and you have, you know, the cash to spend and you want to buy it, you collect mice, or is this going to be your first Viper, you know, for like the shape and whatnot? Definitely recommend it. It feels super nice in the hand. And I'm just super excited to try it. Yeah, guys, that's the unboxing and the first impressions. Now let's get into some gameplay. All right, guys, so we are now on the PC, and I just want to show you guys the Razer Synapse 4 on the web that I was talking about earlier on the Viper V4. Basically, all you do is go into the website there, synapse.razer.com. All you do is hit add device, and it'll ask you for your device. And so you select the Razer Viper V4 Pro White Edition. This is where I was telling you where you can change the LEDs, and you can turn them off if you don't want to use them. But anyways, just my quick settings. I turn off sensitivity stages, and I just use 1600 on it with a 2000 polling rate. Power stays the same. I don't really mess around with this. If you do want to save some, you could probably enter sleep mode like a little bit lower or something, but I'm always here on my desk. I have a charger available, so this doesn't really affect me. Calibration, if you want to calibrate on your surface. I used to use this on my V2, but I'm going to try to not use this right now, see how it feels. And just the tracking distance, just medium reset. And for advanced, I don't use dynamic sensitivity. One thing that I saw that was new to me, at least, is this rotation. I used to use that Windows app for rotation, and you can change your angle, and it felt a lot better, but I would need to mess around with this. You do have a tool here where you can do, you know, find what is the best calibration for you. So basically you would left click and then just do like some side to side, just like if you were playing the game, right? Like just side to side, stop it, and it'll tell you your recommended rotation angle. I don't know how accurate it is. You can play around with it and try in different stuff, but so then you would just turn that on and then 0.7 I don't know how accurate this is again, but it's cool to know that it has that on here. That's basically my settings for my mouse right now.
Like I haven't had a gun this entire half, but that's fine.
Smoked off cat.
Bottom ramp one. Two ramp, one more ramp. Out, try. He's out Tetris, out Tetris, my bad. Out to Tetris, my bad. One Tetris. Still Tetris, oh my god, Dez, you're a fucking beast! No window. Jump up in there, Fwez, jump up in there. Fuck that.
Alright, first don't take the gun, wait for me.
Oh, there's 2 in con, bro. There's 2 in con. Yo, balls, you go in and grab that weapon and. But you're
One more con, one this cat. Window.
didn't con.
Oh, hell yeah! Up mid.
Duke Rush dies in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright.
Bang. You're good.
What?
Okay, now we swing.
Con.
Op con.
Hold on.
Con with cat.
Cat, blind.
Cat.
Still blind
Oh.
again.
What the? From where?
Where was he yesterday?
An idea?
Window. Window was off. Still window off. Evan on you. You saw.
Don't resist.
Evan in smoke.
Two still in front of you. You got flashes or what?
3 souls.
I ain't seen a single flash out yet.
Elbow.
Spike down A.
Guys, is this guy trying to play
30
this game like
seconds
he's
left.
Hitman 47?
Die.
Man waited all that time just to get a stun.
One heaven, John. One heaven, I repeat.
Let me flash out.
Main.